When he opened it, he froze in place. The guy's ex-wife Daisy was tied up inside. Turns out Jeff was a famous pervert in town. He had already harmed many women before. Only this time he happened to run into a blizzard. Now to survive he had to go out. But Daisy did not stay still. After realizing Jeff had left, she fought desperately to break the tape, banging on the speakers behind the seat. Daisy finally found a gap. Then with all her strength, she pushed the back seat down. Right now the most important thing was to get out of Jeff's car. But facing such a huge blizzard, Daisy was completely overwhelmed by the wind. Her breathing grew heavy. She quickly realized she could not escape yet, so she went back inside the car to keep warm. After resting a few minutes, Daisy searched the front seat for tools. The first thing she found was a film roll. Then she even found a bottle of liquid. It seemed this was the drug that knocked her out. Meanwhile, Jeff was trekking through the snow, but he accidentally Jeff slipped and broke his leg, but he could not stay here. Every second risked freezing to death. He could only rely on his will to survive, crawling step by step toward the car. Luckily, it was not too far away. Jeff painfully made it back. Now the priority was treating his wound. Otherwise, infection would be a bigger problem. As Jeff cut open his pants, Daisy was waiting for her chance in the back. When Jeff reached for his tools, he noticed the glove box had been opened. Jeff immediately sensed something was wrong. After seeing the mirror had been moved, he slowly lowered his right hand, getting ready to grab the knife nearby. Daisy noticed too. The air turned silent, just as he was about to grab the knife. The cloth was already soaked with Jeff's drug. Within 10 seconds he passed out. Half an hour later Jeff opened his eyes again, but his neck was tied with tape, and even his hands were bound to the wheel. Daisy rushed up with the knife demanding answers, telling him to say where they were now. But in this snowy wilderness, Jeff was already lost. Daisy felt despair. Was she going to die in this blizzard? She quickly grabbed Jeff's phone, but finding no signal, she completely lost hope. She thought maybe her mom would call the cops, but Jeff had already pulled a trick. Back when he drugged Daisy, he used her phone to tell her mom she was going back to her ex, then threw her phone away.
You son of a bitch!
If her mom had called the cops, they might still have had a chance, but now they could only rely on themselves. Just then Jeff noticed something. It was unusually warm inside. He realized the heater had been running. He immediately told Daisy to shut it off. Now the two were tied to the same fate. If they did not save power, no one knew how long the blizzard would last. By then both would die here. But even after waiting half the day, the weather outside did not change. Bored, Daisy picked up Jeff's wallet. After Jeff admitted it himself, she learned he had always lived alone. But strangely, why was there a child's car seat? Jeff said it was just a prop, to make women believe him. Hearing this, Daisy was furious. She angrily threw the car seat out. As snowflakes kept falling, night soon arrived. Suddenly Daisy needed the bathroom. She turned on the car light first, then warned Jeff not to try anything, and stepped out to relieve herself. But this was the chance Jeff had been waiting for. He struggled to break free from the tape, but it was tied far too tight. Luckily he noticed a key nearby, and then the car door lock. Jeff used all his strength, trying to hook the key and lock the door, so Daisy could not get back in. After great effort, he finally hooked the key and locked the door shut.